Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Hoosier National Forest, the German Ridge Recreation Area. So we are out here for the next few days. I got in here actually last night to do a little mushroom hunting, just a little bit. It's kind of a glamping camping ordeal here. So my base weight this time is, as you can see, is about 5,000 to 6,000 pounds because I'm pulling the camper. So we're out here doing a little relaxing camping. Not doing anything crazy this time. No cold weather Michigan trips or boundary waters. Just a nice relaxing time. So I came out here last night. It was I had all the intentions in the world to go and go mushroom hunting today, but the storms hit real hard last night. They continued on in the morning and just kept raining off and on today. I'm not recording this. Jeez. You can't see it, but the top of those trees are really moving hard right now. They're moving all over the place. They're swaying bad. Fortunately, it's a lot more protected right down here. The wind's not hitting this camper nearly as hard, but I would not want to be out exposed right now. That'd be bad. So I haven't really filmed anything. I haven't really done a whole lot. When it cleared up, I actually started working on the camper a little bit. And this is my it's a 19-foot KZ. I think it's just the Sportsman Classic. That's what it says. So it's just a kind of a basic but comfortable camper that I bought a few years ago. I mean, it's got all the nice stuff. It's got it's got a shower, toilet, and the full refrigerator, and stove and all that, and it's got air conditioning if you need it. You don't need it this time of the year, but it does. It's even got a microwave, which I've never actually used, but it's got everything. A nice comfy bed too. So today I just kind of worked on it a little bit. I installed my cell phone booster on there because hey, we're camping. We need good internet out here. When you're camping, so it's glamping. It's what it is. So right now, basically all I'm doing is I've got my grill going up there. I'm gonna cook up tonight. I'm just gonna cook up some hot dogs, and I got some chips, and just the most basic of all camping meals ever made. But you can't go wrong with hot dogs. Enjoy that. I'm not gonna do a whole lot else, so I just wanted to film this real quick. Just to get something in for today. Probably tomorrow when I get up, we'll go out. Tomorrow's supposed to be windy like this. It is right now, but it's supposed to be a nice day, no rain. So we'll go try to do some mushroom hunting. It's a little early this time of the year, I'll be honest with you. It's March 31st, April 1st tomorrow. That's a little early to be mushroom hunting around here, but I've heard they're up, so we're gonna give it a try. If you've never had morel mushrooms, they're really, really good. So it's kind of a delicacy around here. So I do have some dried ones as a backup if I don't find any. Tomorrow night's gonna be a steak and some mushrooms. We'll go through all that and enjoy a really good meal tomorrow night, Saturday night. And, that's pretty much what we're doing this time. So nothing hardcore. I've got my sandals on right now. If I get cold, I'll go in there and turn the heat on. If I want to lay down, I'll lay down in my nice comfy bed. So hardcore camping. But anyway, I'm gonna cook up my hot dogs, and tomorrow I will see you guys when we go do some mushroom hunting. Let's see if we can find some mushrooms in this insane wind. Hoosier National Forest, German Ridge Recreation Area. Like I said, there's nobody else here right now. they all left after the giant windstorm. So we got a decent chance of finding some mushrooms. I've got my I've got the trails on my phone here, so there's a bunch of trails around here. If you ever just want to backpack or anything like that, it's a good place to do it. It's usually pretty quiet here. It usually is. I was surprised when I got here Thursday night and there was 4 other campers. I've rarely seen, even during hunting season, more than just 2 or 3 at most. So usually pretty quiet. It's not exactly hardcore camping, you know. My breakfast today was sausage and eggs. You know, it's tough. It's real tough when that's all you get for breakfast is sausage and eggs. But here we are. So let's see if I can get this to kind of focus in a little better. We're right here. We're gonna go out and probably, I believe we're gonna go to the right, which is out that way. I've been out here before and I found mushrooms. I've actually found them way out here before too, and right next to this creek crossing. I remember finding a bunch here too years before, but like I said, I don't know for sure this year. It is very early for mushrooms right now, but we are far enough south I think we'll find them. So let's just get to moving. My pack, just all it is my day pack. It's a LL Bean. I forget which brand, or I mean which model it is, but like the main, I had like the main Warden pack or something like that. Really nice pack. Kind of heavy, but it works, especially for this. I mean, I'm literally in my tennis shoes. I'm not by any means am I hardcore, you know, hiking or anything like that. So. Check this guy out here. This thing had to have fallen recently, and from all the windstorms. That's a big old live tree too, and you can't really see it, but it didn't fall and pull out of the ground. It just snapped at the base. The wind is it's pretty intense. We're still on the trail. I'm gonna go a little farther down to one of my sites. I haven't found anything for mushrooms, but we're going to go down to one of the places I've got it marked on my map where I know I found mushrooms before, see what we find there. We can kind of gauge it from there then. If I don't find any, you know, it's probably just too damn early. So anyway, let's just keep going. Low bridge. Oh. Please not follow me, that would be preferable. That tree laying on the ground, not the one right in the foreground here, but farther out. Wish my camera would have been recording, or wish have been pointing at it, because it literally fell right in front of me. I was probably 100 feet away when it fell down. You can tell it's dead. It's been dead for a long time. So. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep recording now, even if it goes through the batteries. Maybe I can catch another tree falling. Hopefully not on me. Nice easy little natural bridge right there I just crossed. That was a lot easier than taking my shoes off. So we're going to go up around here, through here. Up on the top of that hill is an area that I know I've mushroom hunted before, and I found them. That's kind of my last ditch effort at this point, because we're running out of time and just running out of patience, to be honest. But getting my way through all those briar bushes and see what we can find. And I was really hoping to find at least a few mushrooms. As you can probably see up there, the wind is really still going pretty hard. Oh great, I see the swamp area. I gotta get across this now. It's like getting my feet just insanely wet. Now we can go around it actually, it looks like.
Hours later.
Okay, so I'm heading back to the camper. My final mushroom count today, 0. Damn. Not a single one. Except for those 2 elephant ears that I'm not gonna. You can eat those. I actually, as a kid, I had ate them before. My dad, he'd ate them. I know you can. But I've heard many times that they're slightly poisonous, especially if you don't cook them correctly. So I don't mess with them. It ain't worth it. That ain't worth it. So I'm not gonna mess with those. You know, I've always considered myself, I'm okay at backpacking and canoeing and all that. I'm certainly not an outdoor survivalist, you know, whatever you want to call that, bushcrafter or whatever. But I do kind of take pride in being a pretty good mushroom hunter. My dad taught me how to do it. I've been doing it for 40 years now, probably. It's pretty rare that I get skunked completely. So it kind of hits you in the feels a little bit when you find not a single one. Whatever. I've got excuses. So I've always got excuses. It's number one, it's still early. It's April 1st. I know it's still early. In a week, they'll be up. They'll be up thick. 2 weeks from now, I'm off another 3 days again. Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend. So I'll be hitting the same place. And I know I'll be finding them then. So I'll get them then. Plus, I don't know, just, yeah, like I said, it's too early. What other excuses do you need, I couldn't find them. There are probably some up. I know people are finding them occasionally, but I think that's it's one of those situations where it's just kind of like, the rare, the freak ones that just happen to pop up early. It's not, the majority of them are not coming up yet, or they're still very small, so. Those are my excuses. And now, I'm going to cross this creek, and I'm going back to the camper, and I'm going to drink a beer, and probably eat some potato chips and get warm, and I'm going to relax. So I'll see you guys when I get there. Hopefully I don't get my feet wet here. Let's go right foot. Left foot. That's very, very loose. How about we just go right foot to that? There we go. And I should have just put my hiking boots on. I didn't. Whatever. That's the problem with being short. There's no way. There is one. There it is. Home, sweet home. Oh, Mr. Beer, you'll comfort me in my time of sadness right now, won't you? That's good. That's so good. Skunked. No mushrooms whatsoever. That's kind of sad for me. But I will throw out the excuse again. It's April 1st. It's still really early, so that's gonna be my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. I know people have found them, but yeah, they've only found a few of them at this point. They're not up yet. How long was I out there? What, maybe 4.5, 5 hours, and trudging through the woods, so a little bit sore right now. So I'm gonna relax, and probably here in a few hours we'll start cooking. I do have mushrooms, like I said. They're some dried ones I had before. They've rehydrated. I'll get them out, and we'll cook those up and cook the steak up tonight, and at least I'll eat good. At least I got that going, because I damn sure didn't find any mushrooms. Ugh. It's so sad. Don't those look amazing? Fungus. I promise they'll be good once they're finished. So this is a Sakura American Wagyu ribeye. Very, very expensive. Got it from my local butcher. He's very, very cool. Always gets his nice little cuts of beef from me all the time. But man, look at that. That is Wagyu for you right there. All that fat and everything. Man. That's just amazing. So we'll go ahead and get that prepped up. We'll cut into this fat so it'll cook up a little better and get a little bit of seasoning on it. If you've never had a Wagyu, they're pretty rich flavor. Very rich flavor. I'd be hard pressed to eat this whole thing. They're so rich. So probably I'll cook it all up, and I know it's kind of sacrilegious, but I'll probably take part of it and just put it back in the fridge and reheat it. Very sacrilegious, actually, but that's about all I can do right now. I can't eat. There's no way I'm gonna eat this whole thing out here, so it should be amazing. Oh, so good. Okay. So one of the things I like to do is, so it's fried mushrooms. They're not healthy to begin with. So I end up using, I like Kerrygold butter. A lot of people just use like vegetable oil or something. That's good too, but Kerrygold, just because it's such a nice rich flavor. The downside is it takes a lot of butter to do this. It's no joke. So healthy it ain't. Alright folks, I had to restart that because that frying pan sucked. That's the first time I'd actually ever used it. I bought it at Costco, I think, in like the camping department. It seemed like a decent one, but it sucks. So we're going to have to use a smaller one. It's going to be a little bit harder, but we'll make it work. There we go. Get our first batch in there. While those are cooking up, I'm going to go get the grill laid out and ready to go for the giant steak, and then get those cooked up. Once the second batch is on, then I'll probably put the steak on. Oh man, those smell so good already. There. Again, it's a messy ordeal. There's crap everywhere. It's just part of it. And it is definitely not healthy, because there's half a stick of butter in there right now. I like them, so I don't over flour them, to be honest. And I like it when they get just a little crunchy on the outside, but still a little give on the inside. Not soft. I don't like them soft, but if you can get them just a little bit crunchy, that one feels perfect. I think they're amazing. It's kind of just, you have to kind of feel them out. This guy right here, yeah, see, he needs a little bit more time. Those feel perfect. These ones do. Oh yeah. And then that one needs a little bit more too, actually. That guy you can feel is cooked. That guy's definitely cooked. Those real thin ones are definitely cooking fast. Oh man. Yeah, there we go. Done. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, wagyu steak. I did just a little bit right here along this edge. You can kind of hear it there. I did burn it just a tiny bit of flare up, but the rest of it, about 138 degrees. Now it's just sitting there resting. You can just see, I mean, it's just, oh my God, you can actually see it flopping around. There's just so much fat on these. They're so good. So good. The mushrooms, I've ate almost all of them already. They, oh man. That's the way to end a camping trip right there. Mushroom and wagyu steak. So, I'm going to let this guy rest for about 20 minutes. And then cut it up. There's no way I can eat this whole thing. Like I said, I know it's sacrilegious to save it, and reheat it. I don't have any choice. There's no way I can eat this all in one sitting. But that's fine. I'll eat as much as I can. Then I'm going to relax. I'm going to probably watch some TV. Make sure the heat's on just right, Be nice and cozy and comfy in my bed back there. And get some sleep tonight. And tomorrow is just packing out and going home. So, like I said, this is not exactly a rough camping. This is my camper, and this is definitely glamping, but I like doing it. I don't know if you enjoy doing it. I mean, some people don't like it, or they just only want a backpack. I like to do all kinds of different things. I know there are people out there, too, that just can't backpack. They're not physically able to or whatever. This is a great option to kind of get out in the outdoors, and I love it. It's so much fun. And this is kind of the end product right here, because you get to eat nice steak and drink beer and eat mushrooms and watch TV. So, not bad. But anyway, I'm going to shut the camera off, and then I'm going to eat this up, and I will see you guys probably in the morning when we're packing up and going home. It looks so good. It smells so good. And these things are so amazing. Oh go. I need a beer. Morning. It's been a rough night, in this camper. This hardcore backcountry camping that I'm doing right now. It got down to like 34 degrees last night outside, so I actually had to turn the heat up just so I could stay cozy warm. About my biggest complaint right now is just the fact that the sun's trying to poke through and getting in my eyes and trying to wake me up. I don't want to. It's so cozy in here. It's funny because I bought this, it's been a couple years ago, I think. Last May, I took it up to Sylvania Wilderness. I had 7 days off, and so my plan was, okay, I'll take this up there. I'll take my canoe up there. I'd spend a couple days, in the camper, then go out and spend a few days in Sylvania Wilderness. Sylvania Wilderness is nice. It's an awesome area, but there's not a whole lot there. I mean, you can only go for a few days at most. And then I was going to come back and maybe spend another night in the camper, then go home. But after like day 4 being in the camper, I finally had to force myself to go out in the canoe and actually spend a night in the wilderness. Which, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but it's kind of rough. Sometimes to motivate yourself like that, and you get used to the coziness of your camper. I've always said, there are a lot of people out there, maybe they just can't do, backpacking or hardcore canoeing or anything like that. And even if you can just do something like this, or even if it's just take your vehicle out to a campground, one of these remote ones like this, bring a nice tent, a nice bed, and all the nice accoutrements of camping, and it's enjoyable too. I really like doing this. It's just a way to get away from home and just get out kind of in the woods. I've got to pack up today, and I need to do it here soon. That's always the worst, because it does take a little while to pack up all this stuff. Just get it ready for traveling down the road. But first thing I'm going to do is make some coffee. Man, it's a little bit cold out, but it's a beautiful morning. Like I said, even in these campgrounds, if you can find these remote ones like this, I love it. This is nice. As long as you don't get one of those loud, obnoxious, campers next to you. It's still pretty nice. Not many campers come out to this one either. If you come out here in the fall, winter, or early spring, there's very few people. Hunting season, there's you're gonna get there are a lot of turkey hunters out here. Deer hunting, I think there's quite a few of them out here during that time of the year too. So during that time, I'd probably stay away, or at least if you're going to, expect there to be more people, and also be careful too, because anytime you got hunters out there, you just got to be careful. Wear orange, and be careful where you're at. One thing I will say, and a lot of people don't understand this, like deer hunting. I've been deer hunting as a kid. Campers and backpackers kind of get a little nervous around them. Number one, just wear orange. Number two, if you get more than a few hundred yards from the actual road on the trail, maybe a quarter of a mile, maybe a half a mile, that's as far as you're going to ever see a hunter. Because if you shoot a deer, you got to drag that damn thing back out. And I can tell you from experience, it's not fun. You don't want to be a half a mile in the woods or a mile in the woods and have to drag a 150-pound deer out of the woods. And you can't use four-wheelers and anything like that. You have to drag it out. So they don't usually, if you get half a mile or so into the woods, you're usually good to go. You'll never see them past that. So. But it's enough of me rambling. I'm gonna probably put some pants on because I'm in my pajamas. These are backcountry hardcore camping pajamas, and put some real pants on and start packing up and get out of here. This hardcore backcountry camping coffee is amazing too, with milk in it. Lights are all good to go. I've checked the campsite. No trash. I picked up a little bit of someone else's trash, but hey, that happens. Sometimes it's just accidental. You leave something, so. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna wrap this one up. So, a little attempt at a mushroom hunt, but very unsuccessful, whatever. At least I got to come out here and camp, you know, not my normal camping, you know, winter backpacking or whatever. You know, got the nice comfy RV here. So, you know what though, if it'll get you out and it gets you to camp, come to these campgrounds. It's great. Even if you don't have a camper, just bring you a tent, some mattresses, you know. You can have a nice fire going. Anything you can do to get yourself out in the woods is awesome. So, I highly recommend. But I think that wraps it up, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.